When you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to those rich folks that you know, well, I hope you don't see me in my ragged company. Well, you know I could never be alone. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding, and I won't forget to put roses on your grave. And when you're sitting back in that rose pink Cadillac, making bets on Kentucky Derby Day, I'll be in my basement room with a needle and a spoon, and another boy to take my pain away. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding, and I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding, and I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave.
All right, awesome. Renee, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
I've been listening to music on repeat for the last week, and I'm very excited that you're here. You have a great style, great music. I love how you incorporate like earthly, folky tones with soundscapes almost.
Yeah.
I love that you incorporate new with old.
Yeah.
You actually just performed an acoustic song, a cover of Dead Flowers. Why did you pick that song to start the show?
Well, thanks for that too. In my brain, what I'm trying to do with my music is take Willie Nelson and David Bowie and like mash them together.
Oh, I hear that perfectly. Yeah.
When I'm playing all by myself, it doesn't necessarily come through because I can't get those textures in there. But it's nice that you picked up on it. And I played Dead Flowers. It comes with a personal story. I have Keith Richards' jacket hanging in my closet.
Oh, wow.
Somebody stole it off a rack at a theater and didn't fit into it and gave it to me. And then I spent several years trying to get back to Keith Richards and almost did this past year and got cold feet.
Oh, really?
Have you ever read his autobiography?
I haven't yet. No, it's on my list.
He's not nice to people who steal things from him. And I got cold feet because I didn't take his jacket, you know. And then after like having that thing in my closet for like 6-7 years, I was like, man, the empty space that would be there instead of Keith Richards' jacket was bothering me. But so that's the story that comes with Dead Flowers.
Well, it's a little rock and roll treasure.
Yeah.
I can't believe you want to give it back.
Well, you know, I felt a little guilty for having it. And then I also was like, well, maybe I'll meet like Keith Richards if I could get it back to him. And then when I realized he probably wouldn't be that nice to me. And then I ran into somebody who was one of his roadies for like 15 years. And I told that story and he came up to me after the show and he was like, don't worry about Keith Richards' jacket. Like he's not missing it and you're probably just going to make him mad. So just hold on to it. And it's like, hey.
A little treasure to keep forever.
Yep. In my little closet in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Yeah.
So you live in Asbury Park. How long have you been living there?
I've been there for about 12 years now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What made you want to move to Asbury?
I had been living in Brooklyn. I'd moved there a couple of years after college, thinking that was like a music move, like go where there's a lot of art and music and things happening. And then quickly found it was like a rat race and I couldn't really get anywhere. And summer in New York is probably the worst experience. Like it is like a ring in Dante's Circle of Hell is summer in New York City.
Brutal, right?
So then I moved to Asbury Park. I was like, well, let me try this for a little while. And then I've been there for 12 years. And music things have gone well in Asbury Park, so I stay.
It's a great place to cultivate and have things grow. Right. Because I really do believe a lot of people just root for everyone. Like they want people to do well and perform well. And everyone's trying to do the same thing. They want their music to be heard by as many people as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I really feel that sense of community, particularly in Asbury Park, where everybody's like, we all have the same goals. We want to play good shows. We want to have an audience. And I really love seeing people do exciting things. It makes me excited for them. It makes me want to do exciting things. It's a nice energy.
Yeah, it inspires people.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could just listen to Ghost on the Ocean real fast.
Sure.
Laughing loud at the wrong part of the joke. You heard the first beat at the wrong time. And I just kept playing like I didn't notice, wishing I could be somewhere else at the moment. Losing my shape in the hot sun.
Yeah, so that song in particular, just listening to the first couple lines, laughing at the wrong part of the joke, it's I love the imagery of your lyrics, and I love the strings on that. Who is it behind that?
That's Nicole Scorson. Many people know her from Yawn Mower and other projects in Asbury Park, but she's a treasure, and she lives in a building I used to live in. So either I'll go over there, she'll come over to my place, and I'll just be like, play a bunch of violin, and I'll grab the takes that I like. So that's all her.
Oh, that's awesome. It really fills it in beautifully. And so when you're writing and creating and composing, how does it work for you? I mean, everyone's different. Like I've talked to a bunch of people on the podcast so far, and no one kind of has the same way they do it. People write poetry, people just hum. How does it begin for you?
I do a little bit of the Nick Cave method where I sit down every day and I write.
Okay.
I get up super early in the morning now, like 5:30 in the morning, and I go straight to my guitar area and I just write stuff. And I write tons and tons and tons, and some of it makes records. Some of it I finally will record and put out there, and some of it just stays in my phone, on my notes, or in the notebook for maybe a later time. But it's really kind of like a numbers game in terms of I just write every single day, no matter what. So.
It really helps because it's almost like a muscle. Like it keeps you sharp, and it really does help you come up with new ideas if you're always working on it.
Right.
Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I only write when I'm inspired." I'm like, yeah. If you wait for that, you'll write like 5 songs a year. If you want to be a songwriter, you got to write.
Right. Well, and that's Nick Cave's take on it too. That like inspiration's kind of like cheap. Like if you're waiting for it to hit you, as opposed to trying to get after it and doing the work and letting that come that way. So that's what I do.
A lot of wood chipping and just trying new
Whittling,
things.
little creatures out of a stick of wood. Yeah, that's what it is.
When did you first begin music? Did you start with guitar first, singing? How did it start for you?
I always knew I was musical. I had like a little toy Casio keyboard, and I would learn all like the Coca-Cola jingles when I was a kid. And then when I was 13, I asked for a guitar for I guess a birthday present or something. And then that's all I've been doing. The first time I learned a power chord badly was the day I started writing songs. So,
that's awesome.
So 13. So going on however many years after.
Yeah, you were always gonna do it. You just needed something to let it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I love playing guitar. I love guitars. So I found my instrument, which was nice.
Me too.
I know. I can see. Yeah.
I've stopped.
Oh man.
A couple of years ago, I was like, all right, this is enough.
Yeah.
But it's so true. Every single guitar that you get something else out of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I have a guitar that I played a couple months ago in a store, and it's like the one that got away. It's like burning in my mind, but it was sold the next time I came around. If you find a special guitar, they're hard to find again. So.
Was it an acoustic?
It was an old used Martin, beat up, sounded amazing, and I kind of had half a mind to buy it. But these things are expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I let it go, and now I'm mad. Now it eats at me.
Yeah, I'm lefty, so like I'm always looking online because there's no stores for me.
Right, right.
And I'll be like, all right, this one's only a few $100s. That's a great deal.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to do. I'm like, I have enough.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, but I don't have that one. And then I click it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but it is very cool when you see an old guitar though, like when it's like you said, beat up Martin. Like, what happened there?
Yeah,
because if something's beautiful and it's old, like, nobody liked this thing,
right?
Obviously, because nobody played it,
right? Yeah.
So it's very interesting when I see something that's has patina. It's the fretboard is dirty. I'm like, oh, someone loved this guitar.
Someone played that thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I wanted to actually switch over to another song. I've been listening to like all your different albums that you put out, and I wanted to pick a little bit from each thing. And this song, Nashville, I really, really enjoyed.
Okay, cool.
All my friends are moving down to Nashville, where it's warm and the music never ends. All my friends are moving down to Nashville to start over again. Well, it's cold back home in New York City, and it's quiet down here by the shore. All my friends are moving down to Nashville, looking for something more.
Yeah, this song in particular puts a smile on my face because it's what everyone wants.
Yeah.
Like, I want to move to Nashville. I want to be a big star songwriter.
Yeah.
And I love the imagery of your story with this one. And I guess you were in New York City when you were writing this, or were you still there, or were you in Asbury by then?
I actually was in Asbury, but I was thinking about why I had moved to New York City. Was to do music, and then thinking about all my friends who are down in Nashville now to pursue that. Yeah.
It's I went there a few times last year, and it's really, there's nowhere else like it.
It's interesting. I was just down. I played a gig down there this year too, and parts of it I liked, parts of it were disappointing. Like
Yeah.
the Grand Ole Opry is literally the mall, which is kind
I
of
know.
a bummer. But then driving around East Nashville, where everybody kind of lives and hangs out, like that was cool. And,
Yeah, I went to a place called the Gulch, I think it was,
Yeah.
in Nashville, and it was pretty cool. It was like more like the bars were not like,
Yeah.
Kid Rock, everyone going
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah,
it was
yeah.
more mellow.
Yeah.
And I went to the Grand Ole Opry. I saw Jamie Johnson,
Okay, there
and
you
I was
go.
like, I didn't know he was going to be there. I was
Yeah.
like, and I'm such a huge fan of his.
There you go.
And it was cool being there, but like you said, when you walk outside, it's like Disneyland.
Oh yeah, there's an Olive Garden and and a Sephora. Like it's just like
It shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
It should be an old barn-looking building. That's
right,
it.
right. And I didn't get a chance to stop by the Ryman Theater, which was the old.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably what I had in my mind. But what I showed up to, I'm like, this isn't what I was imagining.
Yeah. I saw videos of the Ryman, like with like rig rundowns and like Premier guitar, them
Yeah.
being in there. It looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I tried going there, but I couldn't get. Everything was sold out. I couldn't get tickets.
That's crazy. I know. Yeah, I was only down there for a couple of days to play shows and run around, and then I was gone. But I need a second trip to just do Nashville stuff.
Of course, yeah. So with this song, I see you have a lot of collaborators. Could you tell me more about the collaborator in this song?
That's Tom Barrett. He's one of the people who moved, and so
Okay.
I wrote the song. And he's down there, and he plays drums. And I was like, "Would you send me some classic country drums for this track?" And he was happy to do it. So.
Oh yeah, this bleeds like old school
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
Not pop country. This is
Right,
like
right. This is
more bare bones.
Well, that's what like I like the outlaw stuff,
Yes.
more than I like the poppy kind of country stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I love twang, and I just think it's such a great overall sound and vibe and feeling like a solid country song.
Yeah, it's way more authentic.
Yeah, and it just does something. It's deceptively complicated. When you listen to a Willie Nelson song, it sounds very easy, and then you get into it, you're like, this is really interesting and weird and difficult.
I'll never forget. It's so funny you said that. I'll never forget my guitar teacher, Bill, once told me, you think you're a good guitar player until you start playing Willie Nelson songs. I was
There you
like,
go.
and in my head, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, on the road again? He's like, no, man.
No.
This guy knew every jazz chord.
Yep.
He could play anything.
He's a Django Reinhardt.
Oh,
fan.
yeah, Django Reinhardt.
And you
yeah.
can tell, like, permanently lonely, like doing all those different chord shapes, and it's all jazz, but it sounds like country.
Yeah.
It's an interesting mix.
Blue Eyes, Crying in the Rain, probably one of my favorite songs
Great
he ever
song.
did.
Yep.
And like you said, like it doesn't sound, it's just E and A and B, but the way he plays that solo in it,
Yeah.
it's just all emotion.
He's a crazy solo player. And
Yeah.
people either like hate it and dismiss it, or people, if you listen to it, you're like, this guy's wild. Like he's on his own planet, and I think it's a great planet. I want to be
Yeah, exactly. Well, because it's not amplified. It's just
Right.
a Guild guitar. And
Yeah.
and they're like, do you realize how, like, that's really hard
First
to
of
play
all,
like
they're
that?
big necks, and any classical guitar, and he's digging in, he's doing crazy stuff. I love Willie Nelson as a guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very severely underrated.
Yeah.
All right, now I wanted to switch over to the next song, Vampires. if you could.
Okay. Yeah.
Sneaking off into back rooms. Isn't that the party life? A call to all
So this song in particular is what I was talking about before, how you mix new sounds with old sounds.
Right.
With the synth in the back. I believe is that a synthesizer?
It's actually a guitar through pedals.
Okay.
And probably reversed. I don't quite remember exactly what I did, but that was kind of what I was doing.
No, but I like how it almost gives a whole new landscape to your writing.
Yeah.
And what I particularly was gravitating to this song because I wanted to know, like, what does that mean, your friends turn into vampires? What does that mean to you?
Well, this record that I put out this past year, I want to call it horror themed, although I'm not myself a horror genre fan.
Okay.
Vincent Price is like as far as I want to go.
Okay.
But I was just thinking about, sort of metaphorically and otherwise about, spiritual things and dark things. And the friends turning into vampires is just when the people around you are not what they seem. And, just and maybe the world around you too. Just you're going through life and then you realize, oh man, my friends were vampires and everything is upside down and that sort of thing.
Yeah, like people you feel like you knew, but you don't really know them at all.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
And I feel like the older I get, that seems like a regular occurrence.
Well, I was just thinking about this, like growth is a real thing. And some people stay the same and are the same person they were when they were 20. And some people go through changes. And so that is a thing. Sometimes you accidentally shed.
Yeah, exactly.
the vampires who maybe just didn't change and you did,
So this album came out, last year?
Earlier this year. Yeah, in 2025 in February.
So where do you record your music?
That one I recorded at home.
Okay.
And I live in Asbury Park in a little tiny 1-bedroom apartment. And when I feel like the neighbors aren't going to be angry at me, I plug everything in and I make music. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's do yourself. You are in complete control of the mix and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to branch out from that. But it takes a little bit of doing it. It's the trade-off of having people with real gear and a real studio setup who can do it, but then I don't get to push the buttons and I can't micromanage people without driving them crazy. So, it is a trade-off. So I did that recording all mostly in my house, but I'm thinking about spreading my wings.
Spreading your wings, going to other places.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done both too. I mean, I've recorded stuff at home and I've gone to studios. And my biggest takeaway with that is we all have our bias, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I want this to sound like this.
Right.
And then you're just kind of hunting that sound the whole time.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed when I go to other places, other studios, I'm like, all right, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the importance of finding collaborators that you trust,
Of course.
And that's one of the things, if you go to any old studio, you're going to get someone else's ears on it. You got to make sure that you want those ears, that those ears fit the vision of what you're trying to do.
Of course.
Just like any musician that you would bring into the fold, the engineer and the producer has to be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're not all on the same team, then you're just going to fight the whole time.
Right.
Nothing gets done.
Yeah, exactly. And for most of my life, I went to other people to record. It was the pandemic that I started recording at home because I had to.
Yeah.
And then kind of found I liked it. I resisted it because I'm like, well, that's for people who know what they're doing. And then I sort of stumbled my way. I'm like, well, I have a good ear. I'm not very technically proficient, but I trust my ears. So I do the best I can with what I have.
What do you use? You use Pro Tools?
Logic. Yeah. And a bunch of microphones and nice guitars and amps and things. And
your little collection you've acquired over the years.
Yeah, exactly. And I just wait till the neighbors shut up, or if I don't think that they're going to be mad at me, and I plug away. Yeah.
I recorded something once at home, and I thought everything was cool until I heard it back, and then I realized my dog was barking the entire time. I was like, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah, right. I know. There's always something. I have a little bit of that too. In the summer, I can hear like the neighbors with their air conditioners running them, and I'm like,
well, that's Asbury Park for
trying
you.
to get the frequency out, and that's why I'm like, well, this would make sense to go to a studio in some of these instances.
This episode of That's Entertainment is brought to you by Loom. Loom is a water-infused juice drink that is perfect for any age or occasion. They have a wide array of flavors. This is my favorite one. It's called Dark Cherry, and it's only 25 calories in each bottle. Check them out at drinkloom.com. Use the promo code That's Entertainment to get 15% off your first order. All right, so let's listen to your next song, Everything is Changing.
All right.
Everyone is moving on. The northern lights came falling. Moving through the static and hum. Drum for the ruin. Everything is changing faster than I can. Everything is changing faster than I can. I called your name, I caught your eye.
Yeah, that song is very beautiful.
Thank you.
And are you doing the lead guitar?
I am.
Yeah. The tone on it is just great.
Channeling my best Gilmore,
Yeah.
Pink Floyd. Yeah.
You playing on a Strat?
That one I think I played that on a Paul Reed Smith.
Oh, cool.
I might, yeah, that would make the most sense. I
Yeah.
have one of those sitting under my bed. I bought it when I was a teenager, and I can't bring myself to sell it, even though I don't play it on stage anymore. So it's my go-to recording solo guitar kind of thing.
They just sound great.
They play wonderfully,
Yeah.
you know. And then it's just like it's a funny thing because they're not cool anymore. They were cool for a second in like '95.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But,
I remember when I first saw it. First saw one was Santana.
Yeah,
The
right.
orange one.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's
And when I
beautiful.
was a teenager and learning guitar, I loved learning to Carlos Santana and like all those different rhythms and all the things he was doing. I was like, this is it. And I got a Paul Reed Smith, and now I'm a Gibson girl. But you know, yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I love my Gibsons now. So
What Gibson do you have? What do you use?
ES335 is my electric, and a J45 acoustic. And I'm so in love with both of them.
You have great taste.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, you know, I just think they just play and sound awesome, and I can nerd out about how much I love my stupid guitars all day long. Yeah.
The 335s just have that sound. It's just
They're just cool.
Yeah.
And if I put, the thing is, now I'm like, I wish it had like a Bigsby and could do all that sort of stuff, but I'm not inclined to put one on there and ruin the guitar.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out.
well. My friend Jimmy Farkas played with me for years.
Oh, Jimmy.
You know
yeah,
Jimmy?
I know Jimmy. Yeah.
He's scared me so much about a Bigsby that I'll never. I think I have one guitar that has it.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't ever get a guitar with a Bigsby. It takes forever to change the strings. It's a nightmare.
That's interesting.
And I'm like, how bad is it? Jimmy's like, don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm like, okay.
If Jimmy says so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a wild player, man.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called him when I was like 21 or 22. I was like, I can't find a lead guitarist because
Yeah.
he was playing in the Point Pleasant area when I
Yeah.
met him. He's like, I'll come.
Yeah.
And he just is a wizard.
He's nuts. Yeah. I don't know how he does that.
Yeah. And he actually taught, do you know the band Dogs in a Pile?
Yes.
He taught that kid.
Oh, really?
That was his student.
That's really funny.
Jimmy Lawless, I think his name is.
Okay.
Sorry
yeah.
if I got his name wrong, but
Yeah.
that band really is a lot of traction.
Yeah, they're doing wonderfully. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they just started and they're really killing it. They just
Yeah.
did Summer Stage. So
Yeah, they did Summer Stage, and they're the next jam band.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're like a good example of like people who just popped up in Asbury and I'm like, oh man, look at them. They're really taking off and that's awesome. you
Yeah.
know?
It just helps the scene. Just
Yeah.
more people come to watch the shows.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I love it. I also love that like the lie of like, well, you need to show up to New York or LA or Nashville in order for things to happen. It's not true. You know,
Yeah.
like they're a wonderful example of what you can do here in New
Yeah.
Jersey, you know.
Especially in the world of internet, TikTok,
Yes.
Instagram.
Right.
You don't really need to be anywhere. You just have to be seen.
I know. I was just thinking about the kid, Jesse Wells is his name, Wells Wells or Wells. He's like the hottest thing in folk right now.
Is he? He has like the
He's
bushy
got the
hair.
red hair and he
Yeah.
does like the silly TikTok things.
Yeah.
He's the biggest name in folk right now.
Yeah.
Like everybody's after that guy. And I'm like, isn't that something that you don't have to necessarily grind it out on the road for your whole
Oh yeah, I've seen his videos. He's like playing in front of like a train track or
Yeah,
something.
and-
You go to any train track to do
Right,
that.
right. And then now he's playing gigantic festivals.
Yeah.
And it's like good for that guy too, you know.
Yeah. The one guy who really is blowing me away is Tyler Childers. Do you know Tyler?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
fantastic.
I know. Yeah.
Every song I hear, I'm like, this guy's better. Every song's better than the last one. And it's that not completely folk, but it's
Right.
definitely in that vein.
Right. There's a lot of like Americana, I think, in the past maybe 10, 15 years. It started off in the 90s with Wilco and all the Chicago
Oh, yeah.
people. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see it's still
Well,
thriving.
it's battling the AI coming.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's what, going back to the song, Everything is Changing, that was kind of an AI.
Okay, yeah.
It's just like things are just happening a little too fast. And
Yeah.
I'm just one human. And
Yeah.
trying to keep up with all the technology, even without the AI, like trying to figure out how to run audio and set up cameras and do the whole thing and play your music and market your music.
Yeah.
And so you're doing all that. And then here's this thing called AI that's going to come and squash everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what that song is. Yeah.
It's so crazy because they're making these AI bands and they're getting $7 million in streaming.
Yeah.
They're like, but who's the person who made the
I know
AI?
who made the money. Like I don't even understand. I don't even think I want to try.
Yeah.
It hurts my soul. And then I hear stuff and I'm like, oh, this is all like AI soulless music.
Yeah.
I feel like I can still tell the difference. They keep telling me I won't at some point, but
Yeah.
you know.
Especially like the people are talking about like my kids are like 8, 7, and 6 now. My kids won't know the difference by the time they're
Right,
adults.
right.
They'll have no clue which is
Well,
what.
are they listening to like the K-pop Demon Hunter?
Oh, yeah.
stuff? All that stuff sounds like AI to me.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, AI could have made this and it's all the same as far as my ears go.
Yeah.
Because
the notes they're hitting, these singers, like it's crazy. It's like Beyonce,
Yeah.
crazy high notes.
High
and
notes
and it's perfect.
Right.
Like this doesn't make sense to me.
And it's fun and it's silly, but I don't hear any soul in it.
No.
So, it must be AI, mall music, and not knocking it because my little niece loves that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, it's so not my world.
I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And I could totally see AI just taking that over and taking that away from people.
Yeah.
I would like to think people would still like to see a person with an acoustic guitar in their hands playing some songs, that there's still going to be value in the future for some of that.
I'm hoping it'll make it more popular. Because people are like, I
could.
want something real. I don't want this nonsense.
That
It's
might be
fake.
true.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That's the hope, right?
Yeah, that is the hope. We'll see.
I just want to do one more song, Cat's Out of the Bag, if we
Okay.
could.
Yeah, yeah.
Sundown, everybody's headed out for the night. Give them a little taste of something they've never tried. They want more, they want more, they want more, they want more. Cats out of the bag. Next day, everyone is chasing the brand new high. Your blood, your guts, your heart and soul, body and mind. They want
Yeah, this song in particular, when I heard it, I was like, I feel like I've known you for a long time, like as an artist. Like I feel like these songs have been around forever.
Yeah.
Because it's like a timeless, almost like the '90s singer-songwriter back in the day, where they would just write great stories. And
Yeah.
that's what I really enjoy about that song in
I
particular.
appreciate
What
that,
exactly
yeah.
is that song about?
Well, that song actually was based on someone I know who got whisked away into a satanic ayahuasca cult.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, yeah. And then I say that, people are like, cool, man, but it wasn't cool. It was just scary and crazy. And But yeah, so she's fine. She's home. She's good. She's out of the satanic ayahuasca cult. But then sort of thinking the ayahuasca thing, the drug thing, and getting your first taste, like heroin addicts, or even like I can think about like the first time I had a drink, and how fucking awesome it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to curse.
Oh no, you can curse. It's fine.
And then you're always kind of chasing that. So it was sort of the combination of her falling into that weird situation, and then just thinking about those sorts of things in general, which metaphorically speaking could go to other parts of life too. Like you try something once and then you just want to keep chasing it, but things get darker the further you go after it.
Yeah.
So
one of my favorite quotes was I'm forgetting her name. She wrote Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, yeah.
The screenwriter. She said, "Drinking is a lot of fun till it wasn't fun anymore."
I like Bill Burr. Bill Burr was like, "I used up all my fun days."
It's so true, because it really turns it, like once you get deep into something, whether it's drinking or partying, whatever it is, it turns into Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Like nothing ever changes.
Right.
It's always the same thing every day.
Right.
And you think like, oh, we got to celebrate today because it's so-and-so's birthday, or someone got promoted, or that guy's next to me, I'm going to party with him.
Right.
Like there's not even a reason anymore.
Right. Exactly.
You just make them up.
Right.
Then finally, you're like, when you finally get a break, like, oh, I feel a lot better.
Right.
now.
This is a whole different world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So
Well, that puts a whole new meaning to the song. I didn't realize that's what it was. That's very cool.
Yep. That's what that little song is. Yeah.
This episode of That's Entertainment is brought to you by Shore Sips, a vodka-infused water drink that uses real fruit juice, only has 1 gram of sugar, and 90 calories in each can. Say bye-bye to bubbles and hello to Shore Sips. Visit them at shoresips.com. So this part of the podcast, now we're going to talk more about your music videos.
Okay.
We got a music video that we're going to play called Sage.
Okay.
We're going to play it right now, and I'm just going to ask a little bit about it, like
Sure.
how it was made and all that.
Sure.
Listen real fast.
Sure.
You only come around when I got something that you want. Walking back into my kitchen, putting the kettle on. There ain't enough sage to unharm this place. There ain't enough way.
So this video is very cool because there's a lot of imagery. Your silhouette, you disappear. A lot of very old school, like I said, Americana style of filmmaking, and a lot of cool filters. Who filmed this for you?
So that's John Decker, who happens to be my boyfriend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a filmmaker and cinematographer.
Oh, that's
And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and so he had the idea of bringing in a Super 8 camera, which he uses a lot.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what that is.
That
It's
makes perfect sense now. Yeah.
Actual film, not a filter. And
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so this footage is like what his idea was, the ghost cam. So this is the ghost running around the haunted house, and again, Vincent Price, like Roger Corman.
It definitely has that feeling.
Yeah. It's not super scary per se, but we were trying to get like a haunted vibe going on. And that's the Strauss Mansion in Atlantic Highlands, which is a legitimate haunted house.
Oh, wow.
And they throw shows in the summer, so I played there the last couple of summers at their
That's
on
very
their haunted
cool.
porch. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
They have shows there on the porch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a cool little spot.
Did you get a little spooked there?
Yes, they actually, we showed up and they couldn't wait to show us the coffin in the basement that was there when they had the house. And
I would have been out already.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
Like,
weird
we'll film
spot.
on the beach.
Yeah. They get like ghost hunter teams in there all the time. So we were in there with our gear, just doing our thing one day. But we're like, all right, one day's good. We're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
So.
And I noticed this in the daytime. This probably was a better idea.
Yeah. It was summertime, so we had lots of light, and then it's going darker.
Was it a long day to film this?
Yeah. But we did it all in one day. We didn't do
Oh,
multi
great.
shoot. Yeah.
It works out. Your boyfriend knows how to do that.
Yeah, well, we help each other. So he just made a documentary, and I helped him with the sound, and I do some graphic design too. So I helped him with the credits.
That's fantastic.
So we're basically collaborators. He's behind the scenes with me, and I'm behind the scenes with him. You know,
that's great when you help each other out. What's the
yeah.
documentary about?
That particular one, it's about a monastery. Speaking of sort of haunted things, in upstate New York, and just the day-to-day scenes there. It's sort of an impressionistic documentary, so that it's not a lot of information. It's a lot of scenes. And
Okay.
It's been winning a lot of cinematography awards and things.
Good for him.
Like that.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
So yeah, we help each other.
That's great.
Yeah.
I loved the style of that, and it makes perfect sense now. You said it was Super 8.
Yeah.
Because I thought you were just using a filter or something.
No, the real expensive deal. And now Kodak is threatening to go out of business. And
What a world, huh?
What a world.
The stuff you really do.
I know.
Using real film, like tape, recording with tape is
I know.
gone.
I know. And then like you hear something that's recorded on tape, and like at least I feel like I can either hear or feel the difference. You know, there's something warm about it. There's just something, it's not quite, and then like you watch, anything like that was made on film, movie-wise, or made with digital. It's not that digital is bad, but you see the difference, and you lose something.
Yeah.
You lose something in digital.
And it could be even something in the lines of like, it's not perfect.
Right.
Like digital and audio now can be absolutely perfect.
To a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's something about seeing like an old movie from the 60s and you're like, it'll have like the burn bubbles.
Yeah, the burn bubbles.
Like,
or
whoa.
maybe they were filming and it was too dark, so there's a little grain in it.
Yeah.
But it's still beautiful and awesome. And I do worry for those things disappearing.
All right, so now we're going to listen and watch your next music video, Scrimshaw.
Okay.
This is also like a similar vein as the other video, but black and white, grainy.
Yeah, also all done in Super 8.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Gives me the Kerouac vibes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. On the road.
Yeah.
Very cool. Where was this filmed?
We went out to California
Oh, wow.
with the Super 8 camera. And yes, we were driving around Joshua Tree and Death Valley, which are the scenes that are going by now. And just drove around with the Super 8. And it was great. Yeah, there was still snow on the ground and in the mountains. It was January.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It was pretty. It was not warm at all. We were
Oh,
like,
I'm
all right,
sure.
we're getting out of cold Jersey. Now we're in cold California, but it was awesome.
How is Joshua Tree? I've always wanted to go there.
Joshua Tree, the park itself is beautiful. The town surrounding is full of meth heads, and
Oh,
it's very
really?
weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. And kind of cool and interesting, but had enough run-ins in the little time we were there that we're like, all right, not
Check.
moving to Joshua
coming-
Tree,
not
but
coming back.
but worth visiting because it is gorgeous. The park itself.
Yeah. They must have went without a cult like your friend.
Yeah. Well.
Had one too many trips.
Oh my goodness. It was really, we went to a grocery store on a Thursday night. It was 7:00 and everyone had the craziest look on their face and they were all being weird. I'm like, there's too much meth. You know,
It's like a Breaking Bad episode.
Yeah, it really was. I was like, oh, this is where it is, you know. But had a good time anyway. We were just filming, so.
Well, the imagery is well worth it. It was
Yeah.
very, very cool looking.
Yeah, and I love being on the road, and I love the West, and so it was fun to make. You know?
Yeah. I was lucky enough to go to California a few times, and every time I went, I was like, man, I
Yeah.
can see why people come here.
You can see why people come here. Usually I'm like, I can see why people come here. And then by the time I'm at the end of my trip, I'm like, and I see why people leave. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, that's a very Jersey thing. Like,
Yeah.
I've known so many people that I'm moving to Florida. I'm moving to Colorado. I'm moving to Cali. I'm going to Vegas. And they always come back. I don't know what it
Jersey's got
is.
something, we are like the most densely populated state. New York
Yeah.
loves to just make fun of New Jersey and shit on our state. But I'm like, I don't know, people keep coming back.
Yeah.
I live by the ocean. I think that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've been lucky enough. I mean, I've lived in Brick my whole life. And,
Yeah.
you know, I can drive to the ocean in 5 minutes.
Right.
And a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, right. And you're like right between New York City and Philly. You
Yeah.
know, you can hit both of these major cities, and I don't know. There are worse places than New
Yeah,
Jersey, despite
exactly.
despite popular opinion.
So I wanted to ask you, like, what is the future for your music? What do you have planned? Do you have anything coming up?
Well, I'm in the process of making a record with a band.
Okay.
And so that's fun. Renee, Maskin and the Wilder Tide. And
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool name.
Yeah. And we just started playing shows, and we're playing a bunch of shows before the year ends. And then I have a bunch of solo songs that I'm trying to figure out how to record what I'm doing next with those. So it never really stops. It's just like how many hours in the day, you know. There's never enough time.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm excited to hear more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
And I just want to really quickly go to, we have a segment we do every podcast where we ask the guest, what is your desert island record? What is something that you can't live without? If you were stranded, you could only listen to one song or one record. What's something that's like ingrained in you? Like, I have to hear this.
Oh boy,
I know
that's a tough one. Because how could anyone just choose one?
I know. Well, I cheat. I pick one every episode.
Oh yeah, that's so. Yeah, you won the game.
Yeah.
You're the host, so you win that.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, probably David Bowie, Low.
Oh,
Maybe Station is Station, one of those. I mean, those were records that like changed my life. So and
Low's an amazing record.
Low is the record. You know, Station is Station is pretty awesome, but Low has more songs, so maybe it's Low.
Okay.
I won't get as tired of it as quickly.
Well, that wasn't that bad.
It wasn't too bad. I know, but then I'm like, yeah, but Tom Waits, but Bob Dylan, but but Emmylou Harris. Like, which one do you? But we'll stick with Low for
I
today.
hear you. Well, it's funny you did the Dead Flowers song because I chose this one before you got here. The Let It Bleed album.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite albums of all time, probably just because of Midnight Rambler.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most perfect Rolling Stones song ever made.
It's a great record.
I'm biased, but Midnight Rambler, I think, is the best thing they ever did.
Yeah.
But an unsung hero of this album is Country Honk, the country version of Honky Tonk Woman.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And I was like, oh, this album, it doesn't really have a lull. Everything's pretty amazing on it.
Yeah.
Give Me Shelter, You Can't Always Get What You Want.
Yeah, I mean, those are huge classics. And then,
Probably because my father was so into them. Like, he's like, there's no rock bands anymore. It's just the Stones.
well, you see the documentaries of them back in the 70s, and it's like there was no better band. Like, I still get
In the
like
70s, they were like, couldn't get any better.
I get fired up when I watch them. I'm like they were the best band.
Yeah.
They were just amazing.
They weren't perfect,
Right.
but the energy level in the 70s with the Stones, when Mick was going nuts and Keith they were all there and present.
Right.
They were so good live.
Right. They were nuts. That one documentary whose name escapes me, is it Sympathy for the Devil? It's the one where they follow them, and it actually shows the Altamont footage. It's on Criterion. I just watched it a couple months ago. But just watching the live footage of them playing, and like Keith looks like, I'm sorry, Mick looks like he's up there in his like pajamas and stuff. Like he just found that in his closet. But they're so good. They're so tight and so good. And it's funny how much that stuff will fire me up. And it happened before I was alive.
Yeah, I know.
So
it was just all groove.
yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, we're technically great. No, but when they're together,
Yeah.
the energy. My dad always told me, like, growing up, he was like, you'll never know what it's like to see a concert unless you saw. I saw Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, and the Stones all in one show. You'll never understand what that was like.
Yeah, I was just
probably
talking,
not.
The bouncer in the back room of the Wonder Bar, whose name escapes me at the moment. She was telling me the exact same thing. She's like, back in my day, you'd go to like the Fillmore, and the lineup would be crazy. It would just
Hall of
be
Fame rock and
Hall
roll
of Fame
stars.
after Hall of Fame, but back then they weren't anybody.
Yeah.
She's like, go to a show like that now, and I'm like, I guess there isn't really a show like that anymore. You know?
But we could watch it at least.
Yes, yes.
Put a good headphone on and
yes,
you feel like you're there.
Right. You know.
Without the ayahuasca or all that.
Right, with that, at least for me.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Renee.
Thanks, Chris.
You're going to end the show with an original. What original song will you be doing?
I'm going to do a song called Wonderland, which I'm putting out actually this fall. And it's about Wonderland down in Ocean City, New Jersey, getting torn down, but it's more broadly themed about things coming to an end. So,
well, your music is great. Your lyrics are prolific. You have awesome stories, and I cannot wait to hear more from you. I look forward to the new music, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me, man.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Weather's giving into fall. In the wind and in the walls, you fall asleep in the grass, and time rushes by, running wild through the fog. And I was waiting on the shore, like I've always done before. But you don't come around anymore. Baby, things are changing now. You watch the lights go out, Wonderland is shutting down. Whoa. 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 And I could show you something real, tethered to a Ferris wheel, going round and round on a carousel bound to spin until forever disappears. We watch the lights go out, Wonderland is shutting down. We watch the lights go out, Wonderland is coming down. Whoa. 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 You are